Hello African gold growers, how are you today? Welcome to a new video. Sorry, I'm publishing so slow, much slower as I wanted. But well, many things are happening here in Ethiopia. It's crazy what we are living here now. And well, we need to adapt. No? One of the things that we are learning living here in Africa is world is changing so fast, but especially is changing things fast inside of the continent of Africa. Here in Ethiopia and majority of the countries like Kenya, Botswana, Rwanda, Uganda, things are changing so fast. I mean, Nigeria, for example. So only if you close a little bit your eyes, you lost what is happening. Every day we wake up with new laws, with new projects, with new announcements, with new situation in the country. Sometimes it's very good, very exciting, some others are challenges. But anyway, things are moving and that's what is important. Are not statics, are not like stuck in the mugas, for example, in the Western world right now. The economics in the Western world are very static in majority of the countries because of many different social situations. We are listening the news, the conflicts that are happening here and there, and for many other historical issues, Africa is moving, and it's moving so fast. But well, first I want to, the last video we were talking about the new mineering industry that is happening here in Ethiopia. Something really nice, really interesting. We have the pleasure to be in that meeting. We are watching the fruits. And today I want to tell you about what is happening in Ethiopia about the startups. And this is crazy, this is amazing, good announcements. As many people know, and I'm very optimistic of Africa and Ethiopia. And well, not everyone is agree with me. It's okay. It's my perspective. I see and I find many people with my perspective also with this positive view of the future of Africa and Ethiopia in general. And the thing is that 1 week and a half later we meet Carl Casa. I have the pleasure to went to another meeting of startups here in Addis Ababa. And it was an amazing meeting. We have the pleasure to have the director of the UNDP in Africa, the developing program for the United Nations here in Africa. She was giving an amazing speech, very inspirational, touched different topics about the situation of female and entrepreneurship world. And well, I have the pleasure to meet a lot of entrepreneurs, and we are arranging some interviews with some of them. And I was very happy to see the spirit of entrepreneurship in Africa is rising. But one of the things I want to rescue for that meeting, which was more than one more ago, but anyway, is the big project the country is living. Ethiopia wants to make from Addis Ababa a smart city. In 10 years, will be only 120 smart cities in all the world, and Addis Ababa will be one of them. What it means in a smart city? It means e-governments. All process will be online, on digital way. Traffic will be managed by digital way. Education, health, security. So payments. We are watching right now with the payments. It's a huge situation now. And the changing we are living. So, and I didn't know that information, to be honest. This project started 2 years ago, talking with some people. I realized about the project, the announcement, this and that. And well, I realized about something really interesting. And I was talking that day with one of the entrepreneurs in that little convention. Why all these entrepreneurs appeared 2 or 1.5 years ago, and she told me, wait, because 2 years and a half before the government announced this project. So the half year and or 1 year, we took the time, or we took effort to develop our project, because we listened the announcement of the government. We see a space, we see a niche. So we said we have to bring solutions to this new smart city, to this new project, because if we are the first, it will be much easier. And when the project is already working, now it's a very difficult path because everything is new, people is not adapting as fast as we want, but things are changing so fast. Another thing admired me too much was the big spirit. Some of the companies, one of the biggest companies we meet there, are not very public. They work directly inside of big companies, these big corporations. Some of their works directly with the government, so they don't want to make big announcements about their services because they already have their customers. Anyway, the things they are doing using artificial intelligence, big data, automatization, Internet of the Things is huge. E-health. I saw a lot of e-health in that meeting, a lot of new building materials, proposals, payments options, e-commerce. So I was very happy and excited to meet all these people. Even we had the pleasure to meet a Japanese guy who came here to Ethiopia to make a big investment bringing electric motorcycles. 2 days ago, he signed an agreement with the government, so he will be the official provider to the delivery companies with e-motorcycles. Now, in this period of 1 month, 1 month is nothing, okay? 1 month is nothing historic, but how fast are changing the things in Africa is huge. We went to that meeting, we saw all these things I'm telling you, and then a few days later, the government announced the new corridor they are going to build in the Piazza area. That means the downtown. Okay, could be controversial, not, but the project is huge. They are opening the streets here and there, here and there. They are bringing a lot of infrastructure to the city, electricity, of course, water, drainage. But how big are making the roads, making properly for electrical cars, for autonomous cars, for bicycles, for walking, is really amazing, beautiful and inspirational. That's one of the reasons I didn't publish videos yet. I took my time because, well, as many of you know, we are trying to open a business. Contrary to what many people told me in the last video in the comments, it's not impossible to open a business in Ethiopia. It was actually a process relatively fast. I can say it faster than in Mexico. But anyway, yeah, there are opportunities areas. There must to be changed some things. I totally agree with that. But anyway, the good things is things are changing so fast. As I told you, if you close a little bit your eyes, you lost what is happening. A lot of institutions now are digitalizing, and one of the institutions is, for example, the authority who regulates the land and the property, the properties here in Ethiopia, the houses, the buildings, and that. They have the registers now, everything digital. Another institute, well, migration is making a lot of change in that regard. The FDA, the Food and Drug Administration here in Ethiopia, is making the process already online. So many institutions or many government ministries inside of the country are migrating so fast to the digital era. This is great. Now, I was telling you, because they are opening the streets here and there, we are like a little bit struggling to find a right place to open our business. But actually, I have to say, I'm very excited to watch how will be the new Addis Ababa and the huge quantities of opportunities this new Addis Ababa is going to bring. My purpose of these videos is to share with you information, but also to inspire you to come to motherland or to stay in motherland. If you are already living here, that is my niche, the people that I'm searching, and especially if you are already living in the motherland in any African countries, try to stay here in Africa, okay? There are huge opportunities. Outside of Africa, there are opportunities anyway, but the era that we are going to live as Africans is nothing seen before. Is precious, is very inspirational, is very poetic, I can say. Will be a lot of challenges, of course, a lot of challenges we are facing, but that's precisely the job you as entrepreneur, as African gold grower, you have in your hands. I wake up, I walk in the streets, every single centimeter of this city have needs that some entrepreneurs can bring and solve it. If you solve needs, people will pay you, okay? For example, I can give you an example. Right now I'm recording this video without electricity because they are building, they are repairing the street just 2 blocks from my house. So I have not electricity today. I was like half an hour with electricity, then 1 hour without electricity, and then 20 minutes. But if you sell me a solution for that, for example, an emergency battery with a solar panel, or if you sell me compressed biogas to produce, to cook, I'm sorry, if you sell me compressed biogas to cook in my kitchen, I will be very happy and I will pay you every single penny you asked me with a big smile in my face. Now, the purpose of this video is telling you there are a lot of talent in Ethiopia, there are a lot of things that are changing, and before I forget, in this month, all the things are changing, and the things that we are living here is amazing. As I told you, we wake up with good news every day. As I understand now, is the stock market almost already working here in Ethiopia, the new stock market of Ethiopia. But also two days ago, the government announced a new package of laws or regulations for startups. The government understands how fast it's changing the world. Especially here in Ethiopia, Rwanda, Kenya, these new leaders, these young leaders understand very well how fast it's changing the world. And they understand if we don't stand up, we don't take the wave, if we don't surf the wave, the world will eat us. Okay, so there is not time for cry, there is not time for claim, there is no time from anything else than focused to take Africa and jump directly to 21st century, watching directly to be the leaders for the 22nd century. Okay? So the good advantage we have now is we have a lot of technology to make this jump. Now, the governments are knowing and are understanding this thing, and the government announced a new package of regulations for startups here in Ethiopia that will facilitate a lot the opening of new startups, will incentivize a lot to the young people to make startups in the country. They understand and they say openly and very clearly, only 1 of every 10 will succeed, okay? Only 1 of every 10 will succeed. But from this 1 that will succeed, every 10 companies that succeed, only 1 will be millionaire. Okay, they understand very, very well the mathematics of startups. Now, it means only the 1% of the companies will be multimillionaire. Okay, they want a lot of multimillionaire companies here in Ethiopia, because if we have many multimillionaire companies here in Ethiopia, we are going to bring a lot of capital. We are going to bring a lot of talent, but we are going to maintain the money here inside of the Ethiopian banks because the regulations they are making. they are promoting the entrepreneurs maintain their foreign currencies inside of the banks totally safe. So this is amazing. In economics terms, we can discuss long, but anyway, in the social impact, it's really, really, really great. Incentivate the creation of new companies is something vital for develop any economy. And we are living this now here in Ethiopia. It's already happening in Rwanda with all the facilities we have to open a business in Rwanda. It's happening also in some other countries here in Africa. So what I want to tell you in this video, just to close this video, is if you are living in Africa, stay in Africa because it's full of opportunities. I know how overwhelmed can be Africa. I'm living here. I'm facing the challenges every single day. But I want to tell you, it's possible. There are a lot of opportunities from very simple areas you can develop. You don't need to go directly to technology. You don't need to go directly to manufacturing. You can start with a small business that provides solutions to the local community and then start to escalate. If you do that, firstly, you will be wealth. Okay? Your family will be wealth and will be good because if you have this wellness, but also your community. Because you are bringing a service to your community, you are bringing more wellness to your community with your products, with your service, with the money you are earning, with the money you are expending inside of your community, with employments you are generating. So this is really, really important for the developing of any economy. And then another thing is, once your community is well, and you start to be successful, also your country, okay? Also your country, and then your region, and then all the continent. The only way to eradicate poverty is growing gold in Africa, okay? So it means creating entrepreneurship, no matter the size, creating products and services that solve needs inside of the market. This is the only real way we have in our hands to eradicate poverty inside of the country. So please watch all the opportunities. Don't watch the problems, okay? This is what I want to close. Don't watch the problems. Watch all the situations that are happening around you and think and ask yourself, how can I solve it? How can I bring a solution to this situation? Now, if you don't have the answer, Google has. Probably someone else in other country, in other place of the world already solved it. Go to Google. Go to use ChatGPT. Go to search on YouTube and search for solutions. Then create a product or a service that will help to your community with that situation, and you will become an African gold grower and you will grow gold in Africa. That's all for today. Thank you for watching me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give us a like and give us a comment. See you in the next video. Bye bye.